last night. And I saw you. I saw the both of you. There you was, standing in the bathroom door, dripping wet and naked as you please. Calling to the other and put down her book and come over and bring you a clean towel. She got standing in that bathroom door with your naked behind. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you.
Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And, honey, I am back in the building. Listen, now this time, honey, I am back to talk about all things love and marriage Huntsville. Okay? I'm back to talk about the peoples, honey, and what they think about the show. It's a lot going on. Then we will talk about the sweetie, pretty privilege or pretty punishment think piece, because everybody is commenting on it, but ain't nobody got it right yet. Okay? Ain't nobody got it right yet, but honey, I'm gonna get to it. Listen. So let's get into what the people think about this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. One person says they need a whole new cast without Mel to blame for everything. This show is burnt. Another person says Trisha is a liar and Ken has a savior complex with narcissistic tendencies. Ooh, child, did y'all see that? Another person says the fact that the son brought the keys down means he has done this repeatedly. I said it, honey, the way they spelt it. That is traumatizing. When her son gets out, he's not coming back. Yeah, that Ken and all that throwing money in people's faces and in Trisha's face and in the kid's face, and for the son to drop the keys down, and like, that's not love. You're rocking their foundation, and then you are expecting them to trust you. You can't abuse people and then expect them to trust you. It don't work like that. Another person says Ken is a plain idiot. Why be in a relationship with her? Are there women in Huntsville to date? Trisha doesn't know how to communicate with people. That is why she isn't clear in speaking. I feel sorry for Xavier. He shouldn't be in the middle of the foolishness of Ken and Trisha. Don't drag that young man and his sister in her messiness. Another person says Maurice wants Martell and Marcel to talk because he doesn't want his skeletons to fall off the closets. That part, I told y'all. That's why he's trying to tell Marcel to play nice with Martell. Yeah, dude, just be cool. Because I feel like if Maurice was going to sue somebody, it would be and should be Martell, but he ain't did. Nathan, he coming for the content creators. Okay? Make that make sense. Another person says that son is tired of hearing the arguing too. The trauma is real. Another person says Destiny giving Trish advice and liable to be with Ken by next season. Girl, bye. Oh, not liable to be with Ken. I just thought it was ironic that Destiny was giving advice on, shit that she need to do in her own life. She ain't been able to stay with nobody. Okay? And she's not super mature the way she tries to act like she is. You weren't mature at that damn reunion when you set up in Melody's face and said she was giving fellatio to the comeback group. Okay? Then you tried to say that both Melody and Martell allegedly wanted to have sex with you. They wanted you for a threesome. You're doing too much. Because even if they did, why would you bring that to the reunion? Because you're not getting what you want from Melody? That's a manipulator. I'm not getting the version of you that I got in the past, so Let me bring up some shit to bring you down a peg or two, to embarrass you, to disrespect you, to put you in lowest terms, to put you in a puddle of tears. Okay? So, yeah, I don't trust Destiny. Ken is slower than a turtle tied to a snail. Swimming in molasses. Ooh, child. Now that was a read. Another person, Maurice thinks he's smarter than everyone. That story Martell told was just one of many. He still wants to befriend Martell because he doesn't want him to tell more of their escapades. He really is trying to befriend Martell into shutting up, but Martell is a bitter crash out. Yeah, he is. He's crashing the hell out. Another person, I think Trish is keeping Ken around for the financial support. She'd rather have the money, and even if it makes the kids suffer. Don't she got a gym? Don't they both got a gym? Okay, Trisha need her own money. She should have separated from Ken, when he got to bringing the finances up. You can't be sharing a bank account with a nigga like that. You can't be, you go. See, that's the thing with love. Love can get very manipulative. People will take advantage of you because of love. They feel like, yeah, but if you would do it for me, if you love me, yeah, you should suffer and put yourself in a burning house and have low self-esteem. You would do it if you love me. Okay? I'm supposed to cheat on you and you supposed to stay. You would if you love me. So what? I'm having a baby with another woman. I love you. I still love you. And you love me. All in the name of love. People expect for you to be a dumbass. That's why people come out with nothing, because you are being brainwashed into sacrificing everything. Your hopes, your dreams, your values, your legacy, what you stand on, what you believe in. Another person says Ken is not battered and abused. He just has a very fragile ego, and the smallest thing makes him irate. I don't think Trisha was trying to be rude when she walked through the garage quickly. Yeah, what the fucking motherfucker, you old meathead ass meatloaf. Okay, old Al Green, I'm so tired of being alone looking ass nigga. You upset that she walked right past you and your friends? That ain't shit. You're controlling. And he's one of them niggas. I know the type of nigga he is. He got that king energy. And any little thing you do that doesn't lift up his fragile ego, he got an attitude. He's jumping to conclusions. He's trying to start an argument. He done took it personal. So yeah, a mess. I think she was trying not to interrupt, yet Ken's irate ass yells, "Where the fuck are you going?" Yeah, like she's a possession. I know you're not going to leave without giving me no damn kiss on live in front of all his friends. Yeah, I don't think people are focusing on that. I thought that was crazy for him to talk to her like that. And your nigga, he gets on your nerves, okay, when he gets around his friends, because y'all know they always trying to show out and put on a show and get even more aggressive, okay, in front of their friends. That's weird and embarrassing. All he had to do was say, "Baby, where's my kiss?" or something sweet like that. Or just jump up and say, "Hey, babe, slow down. I need to talk to you." He yelling at her like she's his hoe or something. I told y'all. I don't see how Trisha was the problem in this episode. Yeah, I think we're seeing all the red flags. We saw it on the last episode, but they tried to rewrite history, okay? They tried to rewrite history. Both Ken and Trisha tried to come back as a united front them first couple of episodes, and it was Marquez that was the scapegoat, that was the bad guy. Okay, Marquez is the one that need therapy. He the one that's crazy. And y'all crazy right along with his ass. Another person says Mel is needed. Mel brought the girls' trips, events, class with drama. I would have respected the season more had Letitia and Marceau came on and been transparent about their infidelity issues. Same with Kimmy and her husband. Nell was saying this also. Bring Mel back. Nell and Mel would have teamed up and held these ladies accountable, and it would have been good. That ain't gonna happen. Melody's sick of these people. And you can't blame her because they sit up and play in her motherfucking face. They sit up and wear their mask. All of them wearing a mask, pretending to be somebody they're not. Oh, somebody also says Martell and Mel have an active court case, whereas Mel has petitioned the court to do something about Ariane and her children bullying and harassment of her children. He is a clown to continue to keep taking them around her. I think that's why Fletcher was looking at him like that. Oh, so Ariane can't be around the children. Is that what that is? We also still know he still don't want to marry her. Because guess what? When you don't want to do something, what you go do? You go procrastinate, hesitate, and frustrate. I told y'all. Listen. Tried to tell y'all. Another person says, I hate to say with Marceau cheating, Tisha and him would have moved on, therapy and all. Marceau trying to change for the better. Tisha holds the purse strings. They don't show. Who bought Martell Company? Marceau said it. Tisha. Him saying that he has to keep paying for everything means he's financed everything. That's wild, because why are you giving people gifts with payments? Exactly. That's what they do. They pay for bills. They'll pay for tires. They'll pay for this, that, and the third. Throw the shit in your face because it's all about control. It is not about love. It is not about companionship. Why do you think so many women end up in burning houses? Because they use love. That's why you gotta watch it with love. Okay? Because these niggas, especially the niggas on this show, they will have you in a puddle of tears and confusion. And God is not the author of confusion. Okay? Another person says Martell gave Ariane 3 different titles in this episode. My girl, my lady, and then my fiance. And when he said fiance, his expression looked like he didn't even believe that. Ooh. Not the people calling this man out on his shiggity. Not the people. Okay? Not the people calling that man out on his shit. Look, on his shit is naive.
They talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, different face, same case.
Ooh. Even now?
Okay, so let me read some comments to this. So one person says, Sweetie got through the door with her looks and didn't do much once she got there. Wow. Just dismissing her talent. Not one practice had SMH. Another person, gotta love how Sweetie didn't go into what exactly she lost out on because she's pretty. Just that people count her out because of it. No, sis, people count you out because your catalog is mid. It's so annoying to hear her throw a pity party for being a desirable, light-skinned, ambiguous woman when other women like Normani weren't even given the same grace and extra chances. After her album Dopamine failed, I wonder why. Do you see what happens when you are pretty? I know y'all like, not you too. Yes, you see what happens when you are attractive. you get pissed on, you get shitted on, your emotions get denied, they get devalued. No one cares. No one cares. I've seen so many people just say so much toxic, negative stuff with Sweetie. Like with what she said, if you really listen to what she said, she didn't say nothing bad. She said her experience. And the problem with the pretty privileged conversation is the motherfuckers that's not pretty got the most to say. And they don't get it. And you don't get it because, baby, you ain't got it. It's the same as being rich to somebody that's poor. A poor motherfucker don't know shit about being rich, and a rich motherfucker don't know shit about being poor until they're there. Okay? And that's a hard truth and a hard pill that some of y'all have to be willing to swallow. There was so much hatred in all of the comments that I read on this. So much hatred. She ain't even all that pretty. She ain't this. I'm going to read some more. She ain't even all that. It's that whack ass music. My thing with this conversation is, first off, I want to talk about what she actually said, right? What she actually said when she was being interviewed. Because like I said before, yeah, there is a such thing as pretty privilege. Yes, I'm a part of the club. You know, you do have access to certain things. The men, they want you, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you're still human. You're still a person. You still have to figure shit out. Okay? And there is a such thing as pretty punishment. There are people, and I actually have a situation I'm dealing with right now, that I didn't do anything to anybody. Well, no, your mouth and the way you talk. Okay. The problem with being pretty is you ain't gotta say shit, and a bitch will come at you like you are a motherfucking problem. Bitches be mad. Okay? Just when my pretty women out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You done walked in some rooms, bitches is frowning at you, face all turned up, they rolling their eyes, they trying to bully you, they overly staring at you. It's all this hate and animosity for no fucking reason, just because you are breathing. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So there is a such thing as pretty punishment, but what happens is when you're not pretty like that, or the world doesn't consider you to be pretty like that, because we all know when we are seen as pretty in, you know, in the universe, it's something you always hear. Oh, you so pretty. Oh, you so this. Oh, you so that. Oh, your skin look good. Oh, this like that. You know, or if you're good at playing a certain sport. Oh, that boy can hoop. Oh, she look good when she, you know, she's a cheerleader. Oh, she does that. You know what you're known for, right? Because you always hear it. Some people, they don't never hear it. Imagine never fucking hearing something. Never hearing that you look good all the time. Okay? Guess what's gonna happen? When you hear somebody else's story, it's gonna sound foreign to you. Because you don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Because guess what? You don't live there. That's not the world you live in. These people have dismissed and denied and deflected when it comes to how Sweetie feels, you know, about her career. Now, is she the best fucking rapper on the planet? No. But she is my cancer sister. And she has a style all, you know, on her own. She is very authentic. Okay? very like authentic, herself, natural, college girl, struggled a bit, before she made it big. Then she went on to do the endorsement deals, and people are saying, oh, well, her management changed, and now, I think she's just going through the ebbs and flows of being an artist. Let's have a real conversation. Being a YouTuber or a content creator is very similar. You're going to have certain highs and certain lows. Then you may hit, then you may hit a point of stagnation in your growth, or you don't know what videos to make, what your audience want to see. Some of your audience has left. You have new audience members that you have to perform for. You're steady trying to give the people something new while still holding on to what made you, what they fell in love with, right? So I just feel like, I think a lot of people love Icy Girl, I think that they felt like she was genuinely being herself on that first record, on that first album. And then I think I saw a lot of comments where people said Saweetie got overly sexual and she didn't need to be, and she was the icy girl, college girl. But her money changed, her circumstances changed, so of course she's going to change. It doesn't matter what she does, you motherfuckers will have something to say about it. I love Saweetie. I do. That's my girl. I like her, not just for her music, but her authenticity. Okay, because it really does take courage to be oneself. And to say, I am all things. Like, I don't think Saweetie ever looked at herself as just a college girl or I don't think Saweetie put herself in a box. And if she's a Cancer girly the way I am, she has so many layers, to her personality and to her vernacular and what she stands for. But I just think that when it comes to the music, is the music the way that it used to be, like with My Type and Icy Girl and, even, what's that song, Best Friend with Doja Cat? See, I know Saweetie songs, honey. Okay. I told y'all, I know her music. It's not the same, but then again, it's not supposed to be. And the music business change. Okay, music artists are not making the money that they once made. They have to make their money going on tour. Okay, we are in a digital age. People are not buying the whole CDs. People just want singles. Things have changed. Similar to YouTube. YouTube is totally different from 2020 to now 2025. Totally different. I heard it was more fun back in 2014, 15, 16, 17. They called that the golden years, where it wasn't so strict and people were coming into their own and building their channels and getting really popular. Then we watch some people go, some people stay, some people fall off, some people try to catch up. It's going to be different for everybody. But one thing I'm sick of is this whole thing of Saweetie only made it because she's pretty. I don't believe that. Because in order to get to even where she's at right now, she would have had to be disciplined. She would have had to have been hardworking. She would have had to have been focused. Okay, she's very trendy and swaggy and, she's all the things. But why would y'all, and it's a lot of y'all, when I say y'all, it's a lot of y'all just saying, yeah, but she only made it this far because she's pretty. It's like so many fucking hating ass bitches out here. It is so many. It's like, ugh. Do y'all hear yourselves? So if you have never walked in somebody's shoes, you don't know what they go through. You don't know how life really is for them. You don't know what they struggling with. You know? But yeah, when it comes to Sweetie, I see the people doing the big D's, honey. There's a lot of discrediting Sweetie. Dismissing, denying, devaluing her feelings. It's a mess. Let's look at more comments. Pretty punishment is utterly ridiculous and just another way for people to victimize themselves. So you bitches that's out here suffering from the whole colorism epidemic, y'all don't victimize yourself and what y'all go through? Okay? And I brought that up because y'all always put that up there before like anything. It's like, ooh, Sweetie is crying light-skinned tears. I'm still on the part where she's crying, where she's saying where she's hurting at. But you all don't care because all you care about doing is dismissing, denying, dismantling, discrediting. Yes, attractive people deal with situations that leave a negative impact, but it's not systemic on a grand scale. How the fuck you gonna tell somebody what they've been through, what their struggle is? Would you want somebody to do that? Another person, pretty punishment doesn't get spotted because beauty affects everyone differently. The range of behaviors goes from blind privilege to outright violence depending on the person. The experiences are varied and strange. And because we're told not to see ourselves as pretty, we play dumb instead of dissecting beauty and its effect on people in the world. Sweetie is speaking as someone who has relied so heavily. You hear it? She has relied so heavily on pretty privilege. So it had nothing to do with her lyrics. It had nothing to do with how she delivered her music. Nothing to do with hard work, determination, grind. She didn't do any of that. She just showed up and was pretty. Do y'all hear yourselves? And somebody's supposed to take you seriously. Like I said before, the problem with the conversation is nobody that's pretty is really talking about it. They're not. Y'all don't get it. You just don't get it. She defined things incorrectly. How you telling somebody how they feel? Because she still overly identifies with her beauty. There could be some bullying going on behind the scenes. There could be, I'm pretty sure Sweetie has been around women and they thought that because she was pretty, she was going to sleep with their man. I know I've gotten that several times. Yeah, I don't want my nigga around you because I already know what he going to do. You worried about him, but you blaming it on me. Okay? Insecure. Low self-esteem. And we are in a pick-me society. A bitch will blame you for what her nigga is doing, for where his dick is going. Okay? Yes, Sweetie is stunning, which is why she keeps trying to rap. When you can be an influencer or a print model. Another person, I have experienced pretty punishment from insecure women and misogynistic men. Women will look at me and assume things. Men want to humble me because they think the world is handed to pretty women. This is so fucking true. I wish I could like it a million times. But the privilege far outweighs the punishment. Well, that's your experience. That is. Another person, does pretty punishment include colorism affecting light-skinned people? So many pretty light-skinned women say they were bullied for being light-skinned when they were young girls and call it colorism. Is that what it's called? Light-skinned women still get economic advantages over darker-skinned women. Here we go. Here we go. What y'all think of that? Do you see how that person just dismissed, denied, devalued, yeah, but it's just so much harder for dark-skinned women. And I think when y'all have that argument, y'all expect for all the light-skinned women or just pretty women, whoever, y'all just expect for them to just shut up and not even be human and tell their experiences. That's what I hear. Another person, truth be told, Sweetie is only successful because of light-skin privilege. Even pretty dark-skinned women have to be tremendously talented just to get in the door. Another person, she low-key dissed the girls making hits like Meg, Cardi, and Glow. Another person says, no, she's where she's at because of lack of talent. Nobody addressed what she said and how she felt like there was some blackballing behind the scenes. Like how maybe people behind the scenes are starting shit with her or making things difficult for her. Okay? Oh, here go my all-time favorite that you guys love. Being pretty might get you in the door, but your intelligence, skill, and talent should keep you there. Well, I actually agree with that. But I notice a lot of people love saying, yeah, but being pretty, it can get you through the door, but you She's blaming pretty punishment instead of her lack of resources, ghostwriters, or public interest. See how everybody is just dismantling like her real true feelings. She's not allowed to have any feelings. If she was dark skinned though, I'm pretty sure this conversation would be very different. It would be, yeah, don't nobody like her because she's so dark. And yeah, we feel sorry for her and she just has it so hard. You know, and it's like when it's Sweetie, it's like, yeah, we ain't trying to hear that shit because we can't identify with you. That's what I'm getting from this. What about you all? I don't think anybody is like, let's break everything down. Let's get rid of the industry, the looks, all of it. How many of us are identifying with what she said as a person? Yeah, but her looks, it helped her get mostly everything else. So if you don't get everything, then you should just work harder. That ain't even what she's talking about. You don't know about her struggles behind the scenes. And truth be told, you don't want to know them. Okay? Because I told y'all how some people think. If you are attractive, and I've gotten it on so many times. Oh my God. If you are attractive, people assume that life is perfect for you. Everything is just falling. It's just falling into your lap. What are you to cry about? You know what? There were many times I tried to cry and I was always prevented. It was like, what are you even crying about? What are you even crying about? Why are you sad? Everybody likes you. Everybody wants you. It's not everybody wants you. Everybody won't probably want to have sex with you. They don't want you. Those are two different things, right? Just because somebody is attracted to somebody, that don't mean that that's just equals love, right? Attraction is attraction. So, yeah. She needs to put this energy into improving her craft if she's serious about it. They talk about the craft girl. There are way too many mediocre rappers and singers getting by on just looks these days. Y'all don't get it. Y'all not listening. This is why people stop talking. I'm serious. This is why there is so much, you know what, suicide. We'll say that. That's why people are like, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me, so I'm done talking. And I'm done talking because the world has taught me that my feelings and my thoughts and beliefs, they don't matter. So I'm done. Yeah. Being pretty is a blessing, but one day your looks are going to fade and you got to have talent to take its place. It ain't even just about the talent. I think this is similar to being, because Saweetie was a different type of rapper, seemed more like an influencer rapper. And like I said, I can look at her the way I can do a YouTuber. And the game is changing. As the game is changing, you have to use your resources to know how to play the game, to strategize, right? That's what that is, to, keep coming out. And then I don't think she's that serious with the music. That's another thing with cancers and values. And I don't know particularly if it's a sign thing. I know for me, people be like, why you don't do this and why you ain't doing that? Bitch, I don't want to do all that. That ain't where we going. Y'all got to understand values. Do a motherfucker even want to do all of that? Maybe she don't want to be the Nicki Minaj of rap. She wants to be Saweetie. Saweetie. Rich with no day job. Okay? I still need one of them t-shirts. Now, Saweetie, them goddamn t-shirts was about $50 a pop. Look, still ain't got one. But I'm going to get me one day. I love that rich with no day job, baby. Love it. So how the F did Nicki Minaj become the biggest female rapper of all her time if Pretty Punishment? Because Nicki is passionate about rap. And she's more passionate than Saweetie. Saweetie is different. Okay? She is. And she's accomplished so many things. Okay, so let's look at Saweetie's accomplishments. Let's look at her accomplishments. She achieved platinum status for her breakthrough hit Icy Girl, earning BET Hip Hop Awards and Grammy nominations, co-hosting Netflix's sex-positive comedy special, Sex Unzipped, and landing numerous brand deals with companies like McDonald's, Mac, Cosmetics, and Crocs. She has also released several successful singles, including Tap In and Best Friend, and founded her own jewelry line, Icy. So this girl has accomplished a lot. Graduated from USC. Saweetie graduated from the University of Southern California with a degree in communication, a significant accomplishment after first attending San Diego State University and transferring to USC. That sounds like an accomplished person. And I'm pretty sure she wasn't just looking in the mirror the whole fucking time she accomplished that. Because everything I keep seeing is, yeah, but she got by on her looks. She was supposed to. Okay? She was supposed to get by on her looks. Don't people get by with having money? Don't they get to buy any car they want? Okay, any house they want? So why she can't use her damn looks? Make it make sense. Okay, really quick. Let's look at the definition of pretty privilege. It refers to the unearned societal advantage given to people who conform to cultural beauty standards, leading to more positive interactions, opportunities in careers and education, and greater social acceptance. Is that really? Because I ain't, I ain't never really got the social acceptance, honey. They say my mouth, honey, get me in trouble. Y'all know Miss Robinson gotta say it, though. I'm gonna call the shit out. You ain't gonna like it when I call it out, but I'm calling it out. This privilege manifests as assumptions of intelligence and trustworthiness, preferential treatment from others, and even better job prospects and higher salaries. The concept is rooted in cognitive bias that equates attractiveness with overall goodness, which can unfortunately lead to discrimination and feelings of inadequacy for those who don't fit conventional ideals of beauty. Pretty privilege is linked to the halo effect, a well-documented cognitive bias where one positive trait, attractiveness, influences the perception of other unrelatable traits. Perceived trustworthiness. Research shows that attractive people are often perceived as more trustworthy and even safer to be around, contributing to their preferential treatment. What do y'all think about that? Let's look at pretty punishment, a term recently popularized by rapper Saweetie. Refers to the negative consequences and disadvantages faced by attractive individuals, particularly in their careers, where their appearance can lead them to being underestimated, excluded, or viewed as lacking substance. While the term contrasts with pretty privilege, where beauty provides advantages, it highlights how being seen as just pretty can hinder opportunities and lead to a lack of recognition for talent or skill, creating an ironic punishment for their looks. Number 1, underestimation and discrediting. Didn't I just say that? Okay. Didn't I just say that? Listen. Attractive individuals, especially women, are often counted out or presumed to lack intelligence, talent, or depth simply because they are beautiful. I think that is very true. That's all I've seen in them comments. She got this far because she pretty. What the hell she talking about? She ain't had it as bad as the dark-skinned girls. They the ones that... When y'all do that dark-skinned stuff, I'm telling you. And let me say this. I do understand. I do understand that it has been difficult for dark-skinned women in this country. I do. I will never... And this is where I differ from some people. I will never pretend to, understand, how hard it is for a dark-skinned woman. That hasn't been my story. Hasn't been my experience. So I don't have the right to discredit you. But also, I need some of you all to listen. Some of you all need to stop discrediting us. Light-skinned women. Y'all have to stop doing that. Okay? Y'all dismiss, you deflect, you deny, you devalue, you discredit women because they are light-skinned. Or, and they're pretty. And you just feel like they just have it so much easier. And you don't see the person as a person. Okay, because if you was to strip all of us of what we look like, we still are human beings. We bleed. We get scared. We get happy, We have humanity. We're all human. Okay? Career obstacles. In professional settings, this perception can create barriers, making it harder to be taken seriously or to advance beyond a certain point, despite having legitimate qualifications. Irony in contrast with privilege. The term emphasizes the irony that while beauty might grant initial access, pretty privilege, it can simultaneously become a roadblock, preventing people from being seen for their true capabilities. Yeah. And you can have bitches, because I know I've been dealing with it my whole life, that don't know you, don't like you. You just simply walked in a room. And I know I will have some people say, yeah, but your mouth, and yeah, I got a mouth. And your point is, yeah, but you should, and I've been told this by men and women alike, yeah, you should just be quiet. Yeah, you should just be quiet. Just sit and be pretty. No, we don't do that. We cuss motherfuckers out. We stand on business. We say what we mean. And we don't give a fuck about these looks. Okay? We still gonna say what we say. And we meant what we said. Look, I said what I said. And what I said was no bullshit. Okay? So, yeah. Saweetie's experience. Saweetie discussed Pretty Punishment on the podcast, Nessa on air, explaining how her attractive appearance led to being excluded and underestimated in the entertainment industry, requiring her to work harder to prove herself. Mixed responses. The idea sparked debate, with some people expressing sympathy for the challenges attractive individuals face, while others argued that the concept was invalid or that Saweetie was complaining about being used to privilege. I think Saweetie was talking about the backhandedness of the industry, probably working with certain guys that have girlfriends or wives. And they like, yeah, she go mess with my nigga. I know I've gotten it so many times. Yeah, you go mess with my nigga. That's why I ain't even introduce you. I don't even want my nigga talking to you. I've been told, don't look at my nigga, don't talk to my nigga. My nigga wanna fuck you. Bitch, why you mad at me? Be mad at that nigga. Okay? Old fried in the brain ass pick me. Okay? Y'all gotta stop that pick Misha shit, where y'all mad at some woman because of some looks. You know what I'm saying? And you want to fight her, and you want to make life a living hell for her because you mad and you insecure and you got low self-esteem and you ain't willing to deal with yourself. Okay? But I'm pretty sure Saweetie behind the scenes is probably dealing with all of that. And the world is like, girl, nah, it's your music. It ain't it. See, you're take the music out of it. Strip her of all of that. From the beauty, the music, and put yourself in her shoes. And then she's younger. Younger women do get it because, they still are, they're young. There are a lot of older women that will naturally just hate on a younger woman. But she has to be pretty, Ariane. Yeah. Because she was tripping me out when she said, I think I heard her say, yeah, Melody just jealous because I'm young. Bitch, you ain't, girl. We done all been young before. If you don't go oatmeal pie face, if you don't get out of here. Okay? But, yeah, the people don't feel sorry for Saweetie. They don't feel sorry for her. Well, yeah, she got more privilege and the moral of the story, what I want y'all to get from all of this, okay? Start seeing people as human beings. Okay? And stop being so one-sided. Stop being so double-minded. Quit with this, yeah, we gonna feel sorry for everybody that's dark-skinned and they go through so much colorism, and then when somebody light-skinned or pretty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They have a complaint. They have a story. They have an experience. And you erase it from the chalkboard. Yeah, I don't want to hear that because they ain't got nothing to do with me. You're one-sided. You're being double-minded. Everybody is human. Everybody got struggles. Dark-skinned women, light-skinned women, brown-skinned women, biracial women. Nobody is perfect. We all got flaws. We all have things we are insecure about. Start seeing people as human beings. And the comments that I saw disgusted me. There was a lot of hate for Sweetie. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. So, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this.